got some scared nomads, some not too bright nomads, another channel got hacked, and a little update on the Tater. What's up, everybody? How you doing this fine weekend? Not too bad here today. It's a little chilly, but it's not the deep freeze like everybody was calling for. I don't know about the rest of the country, but it's not too awfully bad here today. I hope you are having a good weekend. So let's start with the RV Odd Couple. It looks like they got hacked. This is what we got when you go to the RV Odd Couple. You got the Trump thing up there, and then you go down and cut all these live streams. There's one going right now, and it's got 25,000 people watching, so it's pretty good, whatever's going on. But yeah, you have all this stuff on the homepage here for the RV Odd Couple. And when you click videos, then you have all their videos. And even if you click on their live stream, you got the one that's going on now, and then just their stuff, all that other crap that is here. Yeah. So I don't know. It looks like another YouTube channel has been has fallen victim to a hacker. Because yeah, I mean, I know they're conservative and all that, religious conservatives, but yeah, I don't think they changed their their channel over to a Trump channel and Bitcoin and all other stuff. So yeah, it looks like they have fallen victim to the YouTube hackers. Their channel has been taken over. All right, now we have the Tater. The Tater is in Quartzsite. He's been in Quartzsite for a few days now. We know his videos, they get pushed out later, so yeah, it's not up to date. So yeah, he's been in Quartzsite for a few days. He is he put up his little tent, his tent thing. Got his Christmas decorations up and all that good stuff. And his throat that he's complaining about and everything, it mustn't be too bad because he's already at the karaoke bar singing and doing all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know if he went directly there or if he did take a day and go to the doctor. But in any case, whatever the deal is, I hope that he gets his head screwed on tight and actually goes and sees the doctor and gets some kind of diagnosis and some medication to take care of whatever he got. I mean, if not, I guess that's on him. That's pretty dumb. But yeah, if I was going through all that and worried about I was coughing up blood in the middle of the night and everything, yeah, I think I'd go and find out what the hell was wrong. But that's Tater. He's at Quartzsite, decorated for Christmas, and going to karaoke. I guess when you have priorities, you have priorities. All right, now we have the guy from Get Out, or Got Out, excuse me, not Get Out, Got Out. Yeah, he had a little incident when he was out remote camping. He wasn't, he's not in the LTVA. He's out all by him, little lonesome out in the desert, and he had somebody woke him up at like 2 a.m. with some pew pew noises.
So my worry is that they were shooting off in my direction and just didn't know that I was camped there. And that's the thing that really kind of freaks me out.
There's
and
casings.
The speed with which they were shooting, it wasn't super fast, but it was definitely a semi-auto, so it was probably an AR based on these shell casings here. And so there's about 15 of them, and I probably heard about all of them. I probably heard a dozen of them.
So yeah, he's out, like I said, he's out there, he's camped out, and he said it was about 2 o'clock in the morning when he heard the gunshots, and he got up and kind of figured out where it was, and so he turned on a light, an outside light from his camper, and when he did that, the firing stopped. So it wasn't like someone was out there and targeting him or trying to do anything. I think could have been anything. They could have been out there They could have got a new light. They could have got a new red dot, anything that they wanted to go do some night ops with. And, you know, people like Tim, we saw Tim before, and he went out there and he just set up a skid, leaned it against the bush, and shot at it right down the road. There was a road right behind, so, you know, not everybody's intelligent, so they could have just been shooting, doing whatever. I know it's odd to be shooting at 2 a.m., but whatever. And they were out there doing it, and, you know, it's obvious they weren't out there trying to do anything nefarious or against the law, because when he turned on the light, they were like, oh shit, I guess there's a trailer down there. So they stopped and they left. And we saw he did go up the next morning and went up and walked around where he thought the noise was coming from and did find the casings and everything. So it just goes to show you that when you're out there all by your little lonesome, and he is camping by himself, he has his dogs. He said the dogs didn't even like bark or anything. But yeah, you just don't know. So I guess it would be a good idea to leave a light on so people know you're out there in the middle of the pitch black, in the nothingness. And again, there's a lot of places like that people do go out and just, you know, rip a bunch of them off, and they don't think that there's a bunch of nomads running around or hanging out. So yeah, we had a little incident, but luckily everything turned out okay. And yeah, so I guess, like I said, he turned on the light on it stopped. So leave a light on so people know you're out there, I guess. I don't know. Kind of odd. Now, speaking of the Arizona nomads, I watch a channel. It's Murphy's Diesel. That's right. Wrecker Rick. I don't know if anybody watches or not, but it's a very good channel, very awesome channel. And he runs around up there, northern Arizona, running around Flagstaff area and all that anyway. But he has a wrecker. He does record company, not a record. He has a bunch of stuff. But yeah, he goes around and he does these recoveries. And there's just some of these nomads, they take their RVs and they go in these places, and it's just like, why would you even go there? I mean, these people, they get stuck big time. And again, why even go back there? Why? And if it wasn't that bad when you got there and it starts getting bad, why stay? Why not leave? Why you wait that long? But that wasn't the case, because Wrecker Rick said, yeah, it was raining for quite some time.
It's been raining up here for like 6 days straight. There is no bottom to anything up here.
But yeah, it's a very good channel. But the point is and there's lots and lots. I mean, he does, again, recoveries all over the place and different stuff from wrecks and everything, but people stuck. But there's a lot of getting RVs out of weird places, big Class A's and everything. Why you're back there in a very expensive, $200,000-$300,000, why you're back in some place where you're teetering on rocks or stuck in the mud up to your windshield? I don't know, but not very smart people. But there's lots of them. Even abandoned stuff that he goes out and he gathers up and picks up because they left shit there and just left. But yeah, it's interesting. But the thing is this guy that he just went for this one, he disconnected from the trailer and tried to leave, I guess, and got stuck. I mean, really, really stuck, as you can see. His axles were in and everything. And here's why I'm saying that the dude isn't very smart. Because one, not just because he's there in the first place, but he's not prepared at all. These guys, they get their pickup trucks and they get a big old lift kit on them and put bigger tires on and go, I'm invincible. I can go anywhere. I can drive over anything I can do. Well, yeah. This guy had a spare, because when they pulled him out, I guess there was some wood and stuff in there, and it punctured his tire. So the tire went flat when they yanked him out of there. So he got a spare. he pulled the spare out. Wrong lug pattern of the spare that he bought. So then they went and they got the factory spare from underneath the truck. Well, since the truck had a lift kit on it, it didn't fit anymore. It wouldn't go on. So they had to do some stuff. But anyway, they finally got it. But the whole point is why you get yourself in these spots in the begin with. And I don't know. And the free, cheap, and easy life. See, luckily, Wrecker Rick, when he does these recoveries and he does it on YouTube and posts it, he doesn't charge the people. But if he would have charged them for driving way back in there, miles back this muddy, nasty, snowy, disgusting road, yanked this guy's truck out, fixed his flat tire, and then drug his trailer out to boot, yeah, that would have been a very, very, very expensive lesson for the free, cheap, and easy life. It wouldn't have been very cheap at all. Now, the other thing, I'm just going to give a little bit of information, a bit of advice. If you are in a place like that, in a situation like that, if you have service and you can call for help, stay where you are. Stay in your vehicle. Or if there's a little shack, you can go to the shack, whatever, but stay in your vehicle with your vehicle. Because if somebody does have to search for you and try to come find you, just think about it. You're out in the woods or you're out wherever. It's a lot easier to spot a cabin, a shack, a truck, a camper than it is a little person running around trying to walk somewhere for help or something. So it's just a little bit of advice. Stick with the vehicle. Sure, you might run out of gas and run out of heat, but you're still inside, out of the elements, and you are easier to find. And be prepared with a correct spare, one that will fit, one that will work. Always, if you're going to be going out someplace like that, you got your camper, you have blankets, you have all kinds of stuff, you got your little generator and all that shit. So why are you going to be dumb and try to walk around or disconnect and try to drive your truck out of that thing when it's been raining for 6 days and you sink that shit up to the fucking, up to the doors, and you just keep on going and keep on going. I mean, that's a deep rut that they were in. But anyway, so there you go. Not all RVers, but there's a lot of them from watching this channel. There's a lot of them that aren't too bright. And we've seen them. We've seen them bouncing down, even stopping and camping, setting up camp in washes. And then when it rains, they're like, oh my God, they're not very bright. They're not all that bright. So I guess even if you don't live in sticks and bricks, running out there in the desert doesn't make you any smarter. But hey, you don't have to agree with me. That's never the point here.
I'm BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.